And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road today. We are Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday, December the 29th, final Monday of the month. We roll into New Year's Eve on Wednesday and New Year's Day on Thursday. We'll be back with you on Friday. We'll be at Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. But today we're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Thanks for being with us. We got lots to talk about, lots to do. We got folks coming in. We got high school basketball to talk about. We've got NFL, got college football. We got it all. We got lots going on. We've got some baseball news to tell you. So thanks for being with us on show number 2417. Axel's here. He's going to join us coming up here in a minute. And then we'll be joined also a little bit later on by Andrew DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union. Again, Sherry Holtzclaw goes by. They got the big sale going on at the jeweler's bench right now. And so now you're on the backside of Christmas, obviously. Now you're looking possibly, I guess, at what's going on for Valentine's Day. And so we will, in an after Christmas sale, we'll talk to her. And also, Gary Rowe joins us. We're going to be talking the college football playoffs, obviously. It's here. Wednesday, Miami, Ohio State, then Thursday, the three biggies. And so we'll talk about those. The Music City Bowl is tomorrow. Again, Nashville, Tennessee, and Illinois. A couple of quarterbacks that going to be staking their claim to the NFL draft coming up. Aguilar for the Volunteers, and Altmaier, I believe is his name, is the quarterback for the Illinois Fighting Illini. So that's a big one tomorrow. We have one bowl game today, the Birmingham Bowl, Georgia Southern and Appalachian State. And so lots to talk about. Let's get it cranked up as we always do with the national anthem here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Who gets to do it today? Gets to be on the show. We are going to bring them in. Let's go, yeah. Martina McBride on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, yeah, and the home of the brave.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again on the road. We're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, where it's a good time to come in and have lunch. And it's an old cold day today. It's going to be okay. No snow, no ice. I'm all right with it. It's cold, a little windy. It'll be a good day to get some chicken noodle soup. Or come in here and eat like Axel's eating. You got the nuggets and the fries and the large iced tea. Wolf and the Daddy's got to go catch the bus. The team, the Elizabethton Cyclones, play this afternoon. And so we'll pick up our broadcasting with the Cyclones on Friday night. We got a busy January with Cyclone basketball. So it'll start Friday night at Unicoi County. Let's go back to NFL football last night. The Bears in a shootout. Man, that was a heck of a football game. They hang on to win. They beat them 42-38 over the San Francisco Giants. And so that kind of muddies things up a little bit in the NFC and AFC. And so it's, again, last night, heck of a football game. 49ers winning at 40. I said the Bears. 49ers win at 42-38. And so the Niners go to 12-4. The Bears are 11-5. And, you know, the 49ers may be that team. I mean, that you got to consider them now as a possible making a run for the Super Bowl. These guys can play. They beat a good Bears team. So tonight, NFL football, you got the Rams in Atlanta. That one's got a lot of ramifications on that one, too, on Monday Night Football. So right now, here's AFC standings. The Broncos would be the number one team at this point. Got one more week in NFL. Then you have the Patriots, the Jags, the Steelers, who messed up yesterday, the Texans, the Chargers, and the Bills. The Bills have suddenly become human. Again, they lose. The Eagles get them in Buffalo yesterday, that's not easy to do in the weather conditions they were in. But they did. The Eagles went in. Of course, they play in cold weather, too, in Philadelphia. But Eagles, again, get that big W in Buffalo. So, final week, the Broncos will be home against the Chargers, which will be interesting, because the Chargers have already clinched, but again, that's going to be a big football game for them. The Patriots have the Dolphins at home. The Jags have the Titans at home. The Steelers have the Ravens at home with a do-or-die matchup with the Ravens. I mean, it's down to this game. It's a one-game deal now, the Steelers and the Ravens. The Texans will have the Colts, who have suddenly laid an egg going down the road here. The Chargers will be at Denver, as we told you. The Bills will play the Jets this week to wrap up their schedule. And the Ravens are on the outside looking in. They win against the Packers in Green Bay over the weekend. So, and then the Browns upsetting Pittsburgh, so that really helped the Ravens. So it's down to it's a winner-take-all matchup in the AFC North with the Steelers and the Ravens coming up this week. So the losers eliminated. So it's that big a game. And the Steelers, really, I watched some of that. Hello, little JoJo. How you doing? Thank you, by the way, for the tool. That was awesome. She got me a Snap-on tool for Christmas. That was really cool. Thank you, little JoJo. And so I watched some of that. And, you know, the Browns basically, I felt like manhandled them. Aaron Rodgers was not having a good game. His receivers did not have a good game. And the Browns defense, it was really interesting to watch the team thinking, wow, they're better than what are they, 4 wins now? 4 or 5 wins on the season for the Browns. They're better than that, what I saw yesterday. And the Steelers looked very un-9-7-ish, if that's a good terminology. So anyway, that's the AFC. And the NFC, Seattle, the number one team, they'll be at the 49ers on Sunday. That's huge. Huge. So they'll win the NFC West if they beat the 49ers in San Francisco on Sunday. And they'll be the NFC West champion and be the number one seed. If they lose, and it muddies the waters. The Bears, again, they've got, let's see who they got left. They've got the Lions left at home. The Eagles have the Commanders, which should be an easy win for Philadelphia, but you just never know. Carolina will finish things up with a do-or-die, again, in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. And so if the Falcons win tonight, there'll be a tie-breaking scenario that falls in favor of the Panthers. So they're hoping the Falcons upset the Rams tonight in Atlanta. If the Falcons lose, contest will be for the division crown. So there's a lot going on tonight for that game. And then the finale, the Panthers in Tampa Bay next Sunday, will be big too. Again, we told you the 49ers hosting the Seahawks. It's huge on Sunday. The Rams, after playing in Atlanta tonight, will go back home and entertain the Cardinals, which ain't much. And so that'll be their final game. And then the Packers will finish things up at Minnesota. So they we'll see how it goes. On the outside looking in, the Buccaneers. So Tampa Bay still has a chance. Bucs got to win their game against the Panthers and have the Falcons lose one of the final 2 games for them to get in. So there's a lot of what-ifs. I know one team that's not going anywhere. Whew. I listened to them yesterday on the broadcast. Man, they're bad. Oh, they're so bad. The Raiders and the Giants. Some say they tanked it so they can get that number one draft, but they're still not guaranteed the number one draft. It's a strength of schedule, and there's a lot of there's some different variables. The Giants beat them, so the Raiders have the worst record in the National Football League now. And so by virtue of having the worst record, they got a chance to get the number one seed, number one draft pick, I should say, and that would be more than likely Mendoza or Dante Moore, the quarterbacks. And so, and the Raiders, they need a quarterback. So I don't get it, and it's not your team, and you don't care. But, you give a guy a chance after a chance after a chance, and he still doesn't produce at some point. And they're not going to do it because this week's the final game of the season. At some point, you have to look at Geno Smith and say, Hoss, you ain't getting it done, buddy. Got to go with Kenny Pickett, and he can't do it. Aiden O'Connell. Anyway, and I know you don't care. You're not a Raiders fan like I am, but it's like you reach a point, I would think, in sports where you give this guy a chance after chance, whatever it is, whether it's pitching, hitting in baseball, basketball, whatever. And at some point, you just got to bite the bullet and say, you ain't getting it done. We're going to make a change. But they're not. And so, anyway, big game tonight, the Rams and the Falcons in Atlanta for Monday Night Football. The lone college bowl game today, the Birmingham Bowl, Georgia Southern and Appalachian State, right around 2 o'clock. We've got a whole slew of basketball on the local level. We'll take a break and tell you all about that, including the Cyclones playing. They're playing at 1:30, so obviously I can't get there for that. But Axel's going to be there. So we will take a break and talk with Axel before he has to catch the bus to head up there. And we'll tell you who all's playing where in today's basketball. Both guys and girls are wrapping up the holiday tournaments. The Classic and the Arby's Classic in Bristol, the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic in Greenville. So we'll take a look at who's playing where coming up after this break. Hello to Bob Blackwell and Janine Campbell. My bad. Hello, Janine. How you doing, lady? I think it's a new name. I appreciate you very much watching the show. JoJo is not a new name. She's a regular, and we appreciate that. We go to church together at the beach, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. And so hello to little JoJo. She's an Ison. Little Joanne Smith. William Welch, thank you for watching. Quick break. Back after this from Brummett Sports, show number 2417. We'll be off tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday for New Year's, and back at it in the grind. We'll be at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday coming up this Friday. And we'll kick off the new year with our very first show of 2026 at Food City in Gray on Friday. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys. We didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend, attorneys for closing we recommend, and you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I love it. It's what happens off there that's the best part of this show. Anyway, let's take a look at basketball. What's going on at the Classic at Tennessee High? You had games this morning, having games as we speak. Dobbinsville and Unicoi County at 10:30. Tennessee High and Thomas Jefferson out of New York at noon. Then you've got Elizabeth and Calvary Christian at 1:30. All this is at Viking Hall. Olympia, Florida, and Knox Webb at 4. North Mecklenburg, North Carolina, and Our Lady of Mount Carmel, Maryland at 5:30. Upperman and Bishop O'Connell at 7, and St. Thomas Aquinas and Bearden at 8:30. So our local teams not faring well in the tournament. We typically don't. But it's good experience for the local teams to do better and it helps them because they're playing really good competition. Such a case, Elizabethton will play Calvary Christian. They played the number 1 seed in the tournament, St. Thomas Aquinas. Got beat 94-45 the other night. We understand that. Whole point is to play out-of-town competition and get better, make you better for the season. Our next broadcast is Friday night at Unicoi County. I love it. That's great. She is a hoot. My granddaughter is a hoot. I love it. She came in here fired up. She's fired up about something all the time. Arby's Classic. What's going on there this morning? Virginia High and Martin County, Kentucky. Science Hill and Charlotte out of Florida. Mount Bethel Christian and John Marshall playing at 1 o'clock today. Roanoke Catholic against John Hanley, Virginia at 2:30. Dutchtown, Georgia against Archbishop Spalding out of Maryland at 4 o'clock. The only local team doing well in the Arby's is Gate City. The Blue Devils will take on Ridgeview, South Carolina in the winners bracket at 5:30. And then at 7 tonight, Miami-County, Dade, Florida versus Hamilton Heights. So there you go. That's what's happening there. All right, let's take a real quick look at the ladies. What's going on in the ladies' tournaments going on today. Then we've got She's Here. She's buzzing with excitement because her Indiana Hoosiers are playing this week. And they've got it's showtime. Who they got? Alabama? Yeah, they got the Crimson Tide. Let's see. That will be Mrs. DeMoss will be here momentarily. Dobbins Unis ladies playing in the tournament in Destin, Florida. Westridge and Crockett playing at the Carolina Invitational at Charleston, South Carolina. Elizabethton continues to play at the Christmas tournament, and Gatlinburg Pittman will have the Lady Cyclones on Friday night from Unicoi County, audio and video. Andrew Johnson Bank Classic got Cherokee playing today against a team to be announced. So there's trying to scan down through and see if we can get a more definitive schedule. We don't. We'll look at another site here in a minute and see. So anyway, again, Elizabethton losing 94-45 in that ball game the other day. Again, Hudson Pate led Elizabethton 18. Whitehead and Evan Chambers had 12 and 9 points respectively. They'll do it again today. Again, at 1:30, they'll take on, as we said, Calvary Christian out of Shreveport, Louisiana, in the consolation round at 1:30. And so we'll be ready to go with the Cyclones in Unicoi County, at Unicoi County, on Friday night, 6:15 airtime, and tip-off for the ladies at 6:30, the guys to follow. All right, quick break. She's here. Hello, Richard Woodson. How you doing, sir? She's in the house. She is gaga over her Hoosiers, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. They play on New Year's Day. Winner moves on, losers eliminated. It's going to be tense at the DeMoss house because they're Indiana fans. And so Alabama and Indiana, Texas Tech and Oregon, and Georgia and Ole Miss, that's all on New Year's Day. New Year's Eve. By the way, the hours here at Chick-fil-A are altered. New Year's Eve will be 6 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And then on New Year's Day from 10:30 to 4. They're going to get off and spend time with their family, and I totally understand that. So New Year's Eve, 6 to 4, and then New Year's Day, 10:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they're going to go home and be with their family, as they should. We all should be with their families. So the only people who should have worked on Christmas Day are the essential service people. Nobody should have been up on Christmas Day. It's the Lord's birthday. We can take one day out of the year, but they didn't. There's a lot of places open, but be that as it may, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We've got her, Andrew DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union, next on show number 2417 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show in downtown Elizabeth, and proud sponsor Cyclones, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Holiday season shopping, you want to come here to the Eagle Center and do your Christmas shopping? Tell us why.
We just have a building full of anything you could want. We have very unique items. My vendors are very great at searching out unique things that you won't find just everywhere, and some things that are good for every person on your shopping list.
Mm-hmm. What's your slogan?
We like to say that things tell a story when people no longer can. Have a lot of things in this building that tell stories of the past, and things that just add a lot of interest to your decor.
2 stories, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
How do we find you on social media?
And we're on Facebook as Eagle Center Co-op and on Instagram as Eagle Center Antiques.
Holiday shopping's here, folks. Do your Christmas shopping here in downtown and Elizabeth and Eagle Center. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it from the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton. A lot of grocery store chains out there. Why Food City?
You know, Tom, I hope you've got a lot of time because I've got lots of reasons why you need to shop at Food City. You know, our associates are number one. You know, they're here to serve the community and our customers, and they do a fabulous job taking care of our customers. You know, this is a family-owned company, and it's such a blessing to work for a family-owned company. You know, they truly care about their associates. You know, and we're so involved in the community, Tom. You know, we do so much in all the communities where there is a Food City location. Anytime there's any big events, typically you're going to see that Food City logo. And when you're in the store, Tom, you know, you've got quality items to be able to select from. Talking about the produce, you know, we're picky about our produce. We sell a lot of locally grown items. And right now, Half Runners is what everybody's all about. And then, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the meat department. You know, we have our meat cutters back there every day who cut and grind meat fresh daily. You know, our meat, you know, beats none other. I mean, it's you know, great products that we sell back there in our meat department, and it's always fresh. And then the food service department, Tom, I love going to the food service department, and no matter what you get, it's always good, it's always fresh, it's always hot. And you know, like our sushi, they roll that fresh daily. And while you're here, Tom, you can always go to Food City Pharmacy and pick up your, you know, your prescriptions or get a flu shot. Mm-hmm. It's time for flu shots again. Mm-hmm. So there's so many different reasons why you should shop at Food City, and I could go on and on about our company.
Value every day, Food City. Lisa Johnson from the marketing department. Food City, proud sponsor of Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Value every day, Food City. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, she's here, obviously. Mrs. DeMoss in the house. Christmas is over. We ran into each other out Christmas shopping. She looked rather haggard, and I did too. Well, it's like,
it's a rough day.
I said, "Are you over it?" She said, "Yep." "Are you over it?" I said, "Ditto." So, but we made it through. So,
Yes, we did.
and your family had a great Christmas, and ours did too. So
Yeah.
it's hard to believe. I said this several times over the last 3 or 4 days that somebody the other day it was the 4th of July, and back to school bash. Now it's Christmas. We're behind that. Now we got New Year's in 2 days, and then we're gonna start looking towards Valentine's Day, and here we go, 2026. So
It's wild.
yeah, 2025's been a good year for the credit union, hasn't it?
It's been a wonderful year for the credit union. A lot of growth, a lot of good change, a lot of just happy faces, smiling faces, new membership, and we just continue to grow and volunteer in the community, and a lot more opportunities ahead of us, and it's wonderful. It's really wonderful to be able to contribute.
I trade a lot on the Oakland Avenue branch, and almost every day I'm in there, there's somebody opening up a new account.
Yeah.
I mean, virtually every day, and so which is great, or
Yes.
getting a loan. So it's busy. From a property standpoint, you opened up the new one in 2025. You are ready to open up the one on 19E very close, right?
We are very close. Grand opening will be hopefully by February 2026. It is going very fast. We're hoping to move some things up there next week, and then paving will begin, and be on the lookout for our grand opening announcement. So right around the corner, you know.
Yeah. We probably need to do a live broadcast up there when you open it up.
I think that's a great idea.
Once you get the dust settled and do what they call a soft opening, once it's open and glitch free, because there'll be some glitches here and there, just part
Yeah.
of it. But yeah, we need to come over and do a show one day. And do
Sounds
it
good
live
to me.
for NCCU, the 19E branch. So we're here live at the Chick-fil-A branch. Again, here's the hours for New Year's Eve, 6 to 4 on New Year's Eve here at Chick-fil-A. And then they're going to be open from 10:30 until 4 on New Year's Day. Then they're going to go home and spend time with their families as they should. So we've got a big football game on New Year's Day.
We do. We got a big plan for it. We're excited, us DeMoss family.
We're going to have treats and what are you making?
We're
What
going to have food. I'm thinking wings. We're thinking a deep fried wing day.
Gotcha.
And having the family come together and watch the big game. It's super exciting.
Now, what is it you make? Is it hash brown casserole? What is your world famous Christmas thing you always make?
So it really depends. This year, I actually got away with it pretty easy. Kind
Oh.
of felt bad, but
Oh.
everyone else, what do you want me to bring? Oh, just a
Just-
dessert or something. Oh, okay.
Just bring yourself.
Bring yourself.
That's
Okay.
it.
But
Okay.
no, I usually make a cornbread salad,
Cornbread salad.
and
okay.
it's very good.
Right.
And I make a layered salad that's got the lettuce and everything in it. And
Mm-hmm.
just different things. And
What else would be in a layered salad besides lettuce?
so you've got your peas,
Okay.
bacon,
Bacon,
cheese,
cheese. I like
cucumber, tomato, onion, and then you just keep doing that. And we choose ranch. And we
You
put it
just
all
keep-
over it.
it. Tom, buddy, that's why you get the name layered. Thank you, Andrew. You just keep layering it. Gotcha.
You just keep like a lasagna.
I got you.
You got to stack it.
I do. I think that's really cool.
It's
So,
very cool.
Yeah. That and your cornbread. What is it?
Cornbread salad.
Cornbread salad.
Yes.
So the Indiana Hoosiers, which is her team and her husband's team, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yes.
So the first one is New Year's Eve, would be Miami and Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference on that one? Who do you think might win that game?
Well, we hope Miami.
There you go. Then you go, thank you. Then we go into, of course, tomorrow will be the Music City Bowl, Tennessee and Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming and hoping the ball, not assuming, but hoping the Vols win that game. The Illini fans out there would probably argue that point. Then you've got the Miami-Ohio State game on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have New Year's Day. So yours is the first one up, in Alabama and Indiana. Time's kickoff.
I believe it's 3. I don't know if that's kickoff. I want to say 3 p.m.
Let's see here.
Maybe that's when I'm told to be there. I have no idea. I'm thinking 3 rings a bell.
We just bring the cornbread salad and the
I know,
layers.
right?
That's all we want you there for. Just
Yeah.
bring it there. No,
Pretty
they want-
much. Mm-hmm.
No, they want you there because you're Andrew. So it's a Cotton Bowl. Let's see. Orange Bowl, Texas Tech, and Oregon will be at noon. Rose Bowl, 4 o'clock.
See?
You got Alabama and Indiana. Then you've got Ole Miss and Georgia. But I'm thinking, I got to double check. I think they flip-flopped those.
Did they?
I think the day game is going to be Georgia and Ole Miss, and the night game go ahead and tell us about something else talk about the teachers and the $300. And while you do that, we'll confer and confirm the schedule.
We just contacted our Helping Teachers Teach for the last one of this year, and so that's 12 months of the year. You will go on our website at bmycu.org. If you're an educator in Carter, Washington, Unicoi, Sullivan, or Johnson, then you can apply for our Helping Teachers Teach grant. $300 for any need in your classroom. It is a one-page application, front and back, and you will hopefully be selected. Our period of taking those applications is January to December. It is also, we're selecting teachers in the summer, so our annual period is January to December. Even though school is like August to May, we go January to December. So you can win once a year in that term, and so we're constantly handing out those checks and loving it, and they send us pictures of what they purchased, and so it's just really fun. Yeah.
So do they need to reapply for the new year? Does it have to be year by year?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you applied in 2025 and you did get it or you didn't get it, you can reapply in 2026.
The teachers are off right now.
They
so
are.
This would be a good time to go to the website.
Yep.
mycu.org, right?
BMICU.
I'm sorry, bmycu.org.
That's right. Or you can come in one of our convenient locations.
Yeah. And apply right there online while you're off on Christmas break. Teachers are.
Yeah, please do it. It's really fun.
All right, so here we go. I was right. Oregon, Texas Tech at noon.
Okay.
We're having your corn salad and your layered salad at 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
Alabama and Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8 o'clock on New Year's night will be Mississippi and Georgia. This is coming right off of the reference point here. So, yeah. So you'll be at 4 o'clock. So you're due to be there. What time are you supposed to show up? It's your house, right?
It'll be
Oh, you're on the move. Okay.
It's one of the DeMosses.
Okay. So you
We've decided a little bit more room there, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll probably be there early.
Yeah.
I'm off that day and going to have the New Year's. And by the way, the credit union is open this Monday through Wednesday, closed for New Year's on Thursday, and we're open again Friday, and of course drive-through Saturday and so forth. So we're only closed Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday on day you're closed and shut down.
Yes.
So when you guys watch a game, so when I was growing up, there's two ways you watch the game. Everybody was quiet and you watch the game. Then you go to, in another scenario, you had people in the room yapping all the time. So, and you keep turning the thing up, turning it up because they're talking. They got to give you an analysis of every play. It's like we just want to watch the game. So at your house which will we have? We have people screaming at the TV and saying, why'd he do that? Are everybody going to sit there and enjoy the game and eat your cornbread salad, or how do you think that'll go?
We're pretty easy, but we're also pretty serious.
Right.
It really depends on who's in the room.
Yeah.
And us ladies, I guess we will probably select another area to go eventually, or if it gets really, really exciting, then it just pretty chill.
So I can remember this like it was yesterday. I'm probably junior high. We're watching a big football game. God rest her soul. Right in the middle of the football game, my mother announces to my dad, "Do you know there's a dress sale going on at Montgomery Ward's?" Never forget that. He looked at her and said, "What?" She
boy.
said,
That was a big deal to her.
It was.
Yeah.
It just kind of popped in her brain. She said, "Did you know that they're having a dress sale going on at Montgomery Ward's?" Okay. And he said, "Okay, let's see what's going on with the game here." She said, "They're half price." And so it continued. So finally he said, "What do you want me to do?" She said, "I just wanted you to know there's a dress sale going on at Montgomery Ward." So the big play happened. He missed it. They're discussing the dress sale. Never forget that long as I live. So when I say sometimes you go to places and people talk during the games, that was a prime example. And so, but you're telling me that if you all start chattering, you may go to another room and chatter.
We may.
Yeah. And you may sit right there and war hoop. Go Hoosiers. So,
Oh yeah, they're all IU.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I get it. So anyway, if you're a football junkie, it's going to be great because it's, again, the game on Wednesday night, Miami and Ohio State. Winner moves on, losers eliminated. Then you got the triple header on New Year's Day. So if you're a football junkie, you got some really good games. Oregon, Texas Tech, going to be a great game.
Yes,
They're all
it will.
great. Georgia and Ole Miss, everybody says Georgia's going to wear them out. We'll see. So that's why they play the game. But anyway, So the credit union is only going to be closed on
Thursday,
Thursday.
New Year's
So,
Day.
Now, when we come back after the break and get settled in for the new school year or new school semester, we will be doing the readers or winners at the 3 elementary schools. You've ordered the T-shirts. We'll
Yes.
go back in and congratulate for the second 9 weeks the
Mm-hmm.
kids at the top 5 readers in each grade, and then the top reader in each school, right? Is that how we do that?
It is the top 90 in all 3 elementary city schools total. That's 90, and then so that's top 30 at each city school.
Yeah.
And then we will go on, and believe our next selection will be hats or sticker. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
But yes, we're just continuing to give those out, and it's so much fun. We are going to broadcast it on the Tom Taylor Sports Show like we always do.
Yep.
And the kids love to see us coming, so we're looking forward to that.
Yep. And we'll be there again at East Side, West Side, and Errol McCormick. And these
Yes.
kids, I ran into kids all the time for Christmas. They'd say, Mr. Tom, I'm reading hard. So when they come up to me, which is awesome. That's the whole point of this. It's give them a little carrot put in front of them to read, and it's working.
That's right.
These kids are coming up and telling me just out randomly wherever I'm at, Mr. Tom, I'm reading. I said, okay, that's good. So that's the whole point, to be able to, we're promoting reading. So, and it's working. So anyway, it's good stuff. So what was the coolest thing that happened over Christmas for you? What was there an event, a little person opening a present, or something that really just kind of got to you? It was one of those Kodak moments. Of course,
You know, watching the kids on Christmas morning open was the most fun.
Yep.
That's so much fun. And to see what they got, and they just think it's like the best thing ever. It's getting older, you're living through those young ones. Their
Amen.
imaginations are something, that I wish I kind of had back. When
Yeah.
you're younger, you've just got a huge imagination. You're just like, oh my gosh, everything
yeah.
is so magical.
Everything's big.
So yeah, it was very exciting, and we had a lot of places to go. So, which is honestly something I'm thankful for, because some people don't have anywhere to go
Yeah.
or anyone to celebrate with at this time. So I have to keep myself in check, even though I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. But we're thankful.
There's some that had nobody.
That's right.
Yeah. And I know people had nobody. So
Yeah.
there you go. So it's good stuff. So trying to find I'll find it here in a minute, the T-shirt thing. But I do want to, before we go, I know we just came through Christmas, and if you ran out short of money, a good way to not run short of money between now and this time next year, Christmas, is open up a Christmas
Club.
Yes. Tell us about that,
Yes.
lady, before you go.
Yep, Christmas Club. All you got to do is call and speak to one of our loan officers at 423-547-1200, or you can go on bemycu.org, start an application there. It's a consumer application you'll choose. You can choose which location you want to go to, and it's just that's actually our loan. This is not a loan. I'm thinking of our Christmas loan. Excuse me. We do have one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have a Christmas Club, which is not a loan. It is attached to your account.
Mm-hmm.
You can put however much money you want to tell us, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, so much out of your paycheck. Let's start in January. And then when it comes time, October, November, you're ready to withdraw it. There's no penalty to withdraw. And you'll have that money that you weren't missing to begin with, and then you're going to see how much you rack up throughout the year. It's pretty amazing, and you can tell us to just have it automatically come out, and you won't even have to worry about it.
Yep. And you start now,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes.
Put back, let's do the math here. Let's say you got 50 weeks, because you'll probably save the last 2 weeks to actually use the money to go shopping. So 50 weeks, you put, $20 a month? I'm sorry, $20 a weekend. 50 times 20 would be $1,000, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you. 50 times 20 is 1,000. So 50 weeks, you drop in $20 a week. You think, gosh, and I promise you, you'll wake up in November or early December of next year and go, wow, I got $1,000, and it's just a little bit all along the way. So you just put 20 in every week. For the 50 weeks, got $1,000 for Christmas. You can go in and get it from Northeast Community Credit Union for the Christmas season next year. So
Yeah, and we have a nest egg CD, 12-month nest egg, that is you will accrue interest, dividend, you can also put increments of $25 in at a time and not be penalized. So that's a really good option as well.
Yep. So point being, the credit union says, we want you to save your money, let it work for you, and come this time next year, you have money in a Christmas Club account, again, at Northeast Community Credit Union. Are you hungry?
I'm a little hungry.
A little hungry, yep. She is. When I saw her the last week, she looked at me, looked like
I
she,
didn't know what I said. I thought I was just half asleep.
You were. You
Wore
literally,
out.
Yeah, you were. You could just tell you were.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Whew, she was out Christmas shopping. I'm like,
I hustled.
she was running on fumes. is what it
Oh,
looked like.
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and
I feel good now.
yeah, but she smiled and said, "Merry Christmas." And she moved on that way.
I told you would see me,
Yeah,
and you did.
I did.
Yeah,
And I said, "Merry Christmas," as I went that way. So there you
Yes.
go. But we survived.
we did. Thank
Thanks-
you so much.
Thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely.
We'll talk soon. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. I'm going to let her tell you one more time about the Christmas Club from MCCU on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Senator Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
Jewelers Bench has been providing our customers the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices for over 20 years. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces as well as general maintenance and repair services and unique jewelry for all occasions. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays bright. Stop in to see our vast selection and make this Christmas even more special. Highest quality for the best price, only at the Jewelers Bench.
And back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, you look at the weather outside. It's cold, windy, blustery, no snow, no ice, no rain. Had that last night, had some rain and cooled off, and so it's going to be cold tomorrow. I think tomorrow night's down to the teens. It's going to warm back up. So this is what I like because we're getting ready to talk about some baseball. Yeah. Spring training, first spring training game is February the 20th, so you can do the math. You're inside of 60 days till baseball starting, Major League Baseball. Having said that, let's jump in and talk about the World Baseball Classic. Will be played in March of next year, which is in 2 days. So we'll just say in March. 3 years after a thrilling 2023 finale between USA and Japan, when Shohei Ohtani struck out Mike Trout. So the World Baseball expanded to 20 teams the last time. And the top four finishers in the four 2023 pools got an automatic berth into this year. So the 16 teams guaranteed to roll will be Australia, Canada, Cuba, Czechia, Dominican Republic, Great Britain, Israel, Italy, Japan, Mexico, the Netherlands, Panama, Puerto Rico, South Korea, the United States, and Venezuela. Brazil, Chinese Taipei, Taipei is how you say it, Colombia, and Nicaragua earned the final four spots in qualifying tournaments during the spring of 2025. So, who all is going to be playing in this? The American team's got some studs. I love it. Japan, by the way, went 7-0 and outscored their opponents 56-18 to win it all back in 2023. So here's some of the guys going to be on the American team. We're loaded. Aaron Judge, enough said. Hello, Gloria Coball. Hello to Coach Shipley. How you doing, sir? Hope you guys, Jimmy Stout, hope you had a great Christmas. Aaron Judge on the team. Paul Skeens. Bobby Witt Jr., Kyle Raleigh, the home run hitting catcher for the Mariners, Pete Crow Armstrong from the Cubs, Corbin Carroll from the Diamondbacks, Garrett Whitlock from the Red Sox, Matthew Boyd from the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber will be on there, Will Smith, the catcher from the Dodgers, Gunnar Henderson from the Orioles. Let's see who else is going to be on the World Baseball Classic team from the United States. Garrett Clevenger and Grabbin Jacks from the Rays. Scooble, who's coming off consecutive Cy Young Award wins, so he's going to be on the team. I mean, we got some studs. David Bednar from the Yankees. Mason Miller, right-hand pitcher from the Padres. Some of the guys. Logan Webb from the Giants. Bryce Harper from the Phillies announced over the weekend he's going to be on the World Baseball Classic team. So United States going to make a run, going to make some noise. I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm not sure how it impacts them when spring training starts. Spring training will start again within, the first spring training baseball game for the major leagues is February the 20th. So I usually give them a week or two to get loosened up. So you're talking easily inside of 60 days. I'll have to double check. Jimmy, do your homework for me, if you would, please, or Junior. I can't get to it right now. Find out when spring training starts, when most of the pitchers and catchers report. It's typically around Valentine's Day, which is not that far away, obviously. So, and I'm not sure when that is. I should have checked over the weekend, and I didn't. But I'm curious to know when the pitchers and catchers will report for spring training for Major League Baseball, because this starts in March, and I know the first, as I said, first spring training game will be coming up on February the 20th with some of the teams. If you're a Braves fan, you should be very excited about this team. They're loaded, I think. I think they're very loaded, very much loaded for bear. I think the Orioles are going to have a good year. They just re-signed Zach Eflin to a one-year contract for $10 million, so they're going to keep him in the folds. The Orioles went out and spent some money, and they're trying to obviously compete with the Yankees and the Red Sox. So I think the American League East is going to be a very competitive division this year in Major League Baseball. Of course, until proven otherwise, the Dodgers are still the Dodgers. They went out and helped themselves a little bit. The Phillies did, so the Phillies and the Braves really helped themselves in the National League East, so it should be a great run, and we'll talk more about that, of course, get a little bit closer. Mr. Baseball will start breaking down the divisions probably next week. So this Wednesday we won't be on the air, obviously. It's New Year's Eve, but we'll start back next week in earnest, and it'll be a chance to get in there and start talking baseball because it's not that far away. It's the World Baseball Classic. Again, we told you the teams that are involved, and so let's run them down for you one more time. These are the ones going to be involved in the World Baseball Classic starting up in March. Australia, Canada, Cuba, Czechia, Dominican Republic, Great Britain, Israel, Italy, Japan, Mexico, the Netherlands, Panama, Puerto Rico, South Korea, February the 9th. There he is, Gary Taylor, spot on. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. So Feb 9 is when the pitchers and catchers start reporting, which is not that far away. It's a little over a month. I love it. So it's cold out there today, but there's no snow, no rain, no ice. It's just windy and blustery, and that's okay. But now if you're going to the Northeast, different story. Not that far up the road in the Virginias, Northern Virginia and West Virginia and Ohio and Kentucky, you're going to have some snow. So if you're traveling that direction, got to pay attention where you're going because you're going to get caught. And the farther north you go, the more chance you're going to run into some very wintry weather. But around here, it's just cold. It's going to moderate again back up in the 40s and 50s after this cold bump, one-day bump tomorrow. So everybody's all worked up about the cold weather. It's like it's one day. So we could be in Minnesota or Michigan where it's pouring down the snow. Where I see where that lake effect snows up to a foot of snow, I think you have that. It's up around the lakes. Of course, they expect it, but still, they have it. So anyway, the other four teams they're qualified in the spring. As we told you, that would have been, let's see, pools open for the 2026. United States in the same bracket as Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. So the tournament opens in Tokyo, in Puerto Rico, in Houston, and in Miami. So anyway, long-time big leaguer and current Major League Baseball Network analyst Mark DeRosa returned as the Team USA's manager, by the way. So pretty exciting stuff. And so it's right around the corner. And I'm not sure how that jives. Estimated date is Feb 10th. There you go, 9th or 10th when the pitchers and catchers report, and each team has a different report date. But still, you can look at the calendar. See, January 1st is Thursday, so that puts you at 30 until February the 1st, and then you go from that to the 9th or 10th. So you're talking right around 40 days till the pitchers and catchers report for spring training for baseball. Yes. And we're looking forward to doing baseball for the Cyclones and for Milligan. So I'm pretty confident Milligan's will have a good team, but I can if all the parts and pieces stay healthy for Elizabethton baseball, they're loaded. I can just tell you, they don't want. Coach Corn's like, well, but they are. They got the horses in the barn this year to make a run, I think. But they're in one of the best high school divisions in the state. Tennessee High is an incredibly good team. Sullivan East was good. They've been to state. You got Boone and Crockett, so it's going to be good, and it's not that far away from them either. But for Major League Baseball, February 9th and the 10th. Thank you, guys. By the way, we're 99.9% sure. We've got to wait for 2-3 more days. It looks like we're going to go over 1 million views for the second consecutive year, and that's all credit to the Lord. So, by the way, thank you. We had a great time yesterday speaking at Caldwell Springs Baptist Church. Pastor Henshaw was away and said, can you go in and speak? I said, yeah. So we had a good time speaking yesterday at Caldwell Springs Baptist Church. We had a good time. She's in the house. This is the Rose and the Thorn segment. Yeah. Sherry Holtzclaw from the Jewelers Bench. They've had a big Christmas. Also coming up later on Gary Road, we're going to talk the college football playoff, and we're also going to talk the opening weekend of the SEC basketball. Whoo, we got some games right out of the chute. The SEC men's basketball conference race going to be dog eat dog. There's some great SEC teams. In fact, I don't think there's a cream puff in the bunch. They all can play, and so we'll talk with Gary Rowe about that coming up in a few minutes. But coming up next, she's in the house, and she's going to join us. Sherry Holtzclaw from the Jewelers Bench. My little buddy Sherry, she's next on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Here's Grayson Young, final couple of days of sounds of the season. Here's a song called The Angels Cried. He came by and did this one day. We were at Cannon's Furniture. Off tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, then back Friday on Food City and Gray, and then next week we're back wide open here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show for 2026.
They came from near, they came from far, following the distant star to where he lay. Not being sure of what it meant, but knowing it was heaven sent, they made their way. And the creatures gathered around and didn't make a sound. And the angels cried. The angels knew what was to come, the reason God had sent his son from up above. It filled their hearts with joy to see, knowing of his destiny came tears of love. And the creatures gathered round and didn't make a sound. And the angels cried. I've often thought about that night and wondered if they realized that star so bright was sent to tell all the land the Son of God would soon become the Son of Man. And the creatures gathered round didn't make a sound. And the angels cried. And the cry.
Bless her heart. She's here. He's my buddy, Sherry Holtzlaw. She said, whew, we have been busy, busy, busy. I love it.
Yep.
The only full-time, full-service jewelry store in Elizabeth and Carter County. But I guarantee you, you're going to tell me, Tom, we had them come in from everywhere.
We did.
All over the place.
We did.
I love it.
Yep.
So I'm going to guess Pandora was a big seller and E. Newton was a big seller.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, and you probably sold a myriad of things, sell watches.
We sold a few watches, and
Okay.
then we sold diamond stud earrings. We
Mm.
sold some necklaces, some yellow gold chains, just a variety.
And I get that because there's a variety in there. Let's see, the bracelets I got, the Black Friday doorbusters, big hit with the granddaughters. They loved them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see, what else? We were in there. Christmas ornaments were a huge hit. I gave those as gifts, those crystal Christmas ornaments that you had up on the counter.
Yep, everybody loves those.
Yeah, they're awesome. So, anyway, hello, Jimbo Forgy. How you doing, sir? So, anyway, now I know people don't want to hear about this, but I guess you're thinking Valentine's Day now. Is that right?
That's next.
That's it. Put on
It's
the calendar.
coming.
It is coming. Whether you want it to or not and about. Let's see. First is on, so you're talking first to first is 30.
So about a month and a
45
half.
days.
Yeah.
About 45 days is Valentine's Day. So tell us about E. Newton, because when I was down there, you had racks. You had about 10 different racks full of E. Newtons. So what flew out of there? Everything?
Everything, actually. I mean, mainly their regular yellow gold field bracelets. That was probably the biggest seller. But then we've got the colored ones, and then we have the two-toned, and then we have silver ones.
Mm-hmm. Got them all. So
And now I got to restock.
That's exactly right. And that's good.
It is
That's
good.
a happy problem.
It is.
Instead of having a fire sale because you can't sell anything, it's like we got to restock because we ran through a bunch. So Pandora's bracelets, they went good. Pandora's.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Now is that promotion over?
The bracelet promotion is over. Right now they're doing a 40% and 50% off of items. So it's their end of season sale right now.
We'll be over there on the 20th in a couple of weeks. So the 40 to 50% right now for a limited time on Pandora, right? Leave it out.
On their charms that they're
On the charms?
discontinuing. Yes.
Okay. Discontinuing charms.
Yes.
They marked them down to half price to move them out. Get them out of there.
Yep.
They being Pandora. So I'm going to hit this. We're going to record something real quick because I want you to tell me.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
Absolutely. Put you on the spot because she's a veteran. We've been doing this together. I mean, I'll ask you every time we come in there why the Jeweler's Bench. We've been doing this for how long? We've been together?
Well, it's since COVID?
Before COVID.
So before COVID.
So
that'd be about 25 years. No.
I hope not.
5 years, 5, 6
well,
years.
let's see. I was doing the ball games when we won the state championship in 2019 and 2020. That's been, 7 years? Is that right? 19.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
2019 and 2020, you guys were sponsoring when we won the state championship. So in football, the first year was 19, so that's been 7 years. So
Yeah.
we've been hanging for about.
We've been hanging.
Hanging out. We're buds.
That's
All
right.
There we go. The little pinkies. All right, so here we go. I'm going to hit this right here. Talking to our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports on Tom Blue Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why should we trade any time of the year at the Jeweler's Bench?
Well, because you get customer service. We're there to help and with anything you need. You get personal service. Anytime that you need to talk to the jeweler, he's there to talk. And we treat you like family.
Yep. You're not just another person coming in. You actually take interest in these people.
We do.
Yep.
We do. And it means a lot.
Absolutely. And you're typically open 6 days a week.
Yes.
And so 7 days you're closed to be the Lord's Day. So how do we find you on Facebook?
So we're Jewelers Bench on Facebook and Instagram, and then we have a website, jewelersbenchtn.com.
And the magic phone number, just to call them.
Is 423-542-5600.
Call them anytime. They're there, and you'll get a live body.
Yep.
Great sponsor of the Tom Dooley Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the great folks at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton. There you go. She's always had
I'm just going to have to write out a script.
No, you just speak from your heart. That's the best way. So
I know, but I just don't do good under pressure.
you didn't do pressure. That ain't pressure. She steps. Pressure's walking into somebody on Christmas Eve. I guess they did. Come in what? I got to get something. Gotta get her something. Gotta get him something.
They did.
You
Yeah.
have people come in and do that?
Oh, yeah.
So that's pressure. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, we got to find him something to make him happy so she's happy, or to make her happy so she takes it back home and he's happy. So
That's right.
What did you guys sell at Christmas for men? We always talk about the ladies. What'd you sell? Crosses for the guys? What did you sell?
Yeah, it'd be crosses and bracelets and then chains.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Money clips?
No.
Not really? Okay. Sold some watches, you said. So, of course, the crosses. You had a cross. It was a great, by the way, I bought one of those. Gave it as a gift to a buddy of mine who loved it. The cross, the Black Friday cross that you had on sale.
Yep.
That was awesome, too. So, I've never, not because she's sitting here, but I can just tell you, I've never bought something from the Jewelers Bench and given it as a gift, and then somebody went, oh, thanks. They love it every time I get them something. So
that's what we want.
Absolutely. So I guess the biggest one was a year or so ago. I bought the at a little rose. What was the name of the movie? Beauty
and the Beast.
Thank you. We had a little rose that died, and Beauty. I think you know the premise of the movie. Anyway, a little bottle of Pandora's Charm that looked like the rose in a little hourglass was a huge. Still hear about that one. That was 2 or 3 years ago. How much that they liked it. So.
Yep.
Anyway, if you're looking, and I know we're going to talk about the layaway plan before she takes off here, but you've got Easter coming up, you got Mother's Day coming up, you got Father's Day coming up. Of course, the most closest chronologically will be Valentine's Day. So tell them about the very liberal layaway plan you have.
So you put it in layaway, and as long as you're making a payment on it, we give you however long you need, as long as you're making a monthly payment.
Yep.
So you can do that and not pay interest.
There you go. How much do you put down?
About 20%.
20% down. As long as you make a payment every month, it's not a problem. You're in. All right, so we did this once before, and I failed miserably. See if I can do any better. I try to impress you with all the different birthstones of each month. I know February's amethyst. I know March is aquamarine.
Mm-hmm.
I know April's diamond.
Yes.
May is emerald.
Yes.
January is, don't tell me, January is garnet or black onyx?
It's garnet.
Garnet. So January's garnet, February's amethyst, March is aquamarine, April is diamonds, May is emeralds, June is orange citrine. No. Boom, lost that one. What's June?
Alexandrite.
I don't even know. I don't even know what that looks like. Okay.
So it's more expensive than a diamond.
Oh.
It's the only stone that's more expensive.
That's June.
Yeah.
July's birthstone is peridot.
No.
Nah.
Ruby.
There, see, I did good for the first 5, and now I'm tanking it. Ruby's in July. August is, couldn't tell you. Help me.
Peridot.
Peridot.
Yeah.
Okay. September is, there's a blue topaz in there somewhere. I think that's December.
That's correct.
Okay. So I'm grasping at straws here. September would be, have no clue.
Sapphire.
October would be citrine. Orange citrine. There ain't no citrine, is there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there
is?
is. Yeah.
November citrine.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Baker says should have been born in April. Baker. All you gotta do is just tell Scotty you want a diamond. He'll get you whatever you want. You're the queen. Scotty need a diamond. Okay, honey. We'll go down to Jewelers Bench. All right, so October is, I have no clue.
Opal.
November citrine, and I know December's blue topaz, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, I say all that to say that if you are looking for birthstones, You can get them down there in a necklace. What else can you get them with?
Earrings, rings.
Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for birthstones, that's still popular. I know when I was a kid, that was a big deal to go get a birthstone ring or a birthstone necklace or whatever.
It really depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
some people still like it, and then other people just buy the
Mhm.
birthstones because they like, sapphires or rubies or emeralds.
We're partial to John Holtzclaw for the obvious reason, but he's one of the few jewelry repair guys or ladies still working in the Tri-Cities. It's a dying art. There's very few still doing it. John still does it, been very busy. So what were some of the things he helped folks with for jewelry repair or jewelry creations, if you will, for Christmas?
So he's done custom engagement rings,
Mhm.
ring sizing. He's designed some pendants, shortened necklaces, repaired necklaces. I mean, you name it,
Mhm.
he'll do it.
He's done it, yeah. And he's. I told him the last time I was there, you're like a fireman. You just come in, you're putting out fires. He said, yep, solving problems.
Yep.
People come in and say, I got this from my grandmother. It's a brooch, and I want to put it over on this. Can you do it? And 90% of the time, some things you just can't do, but most of the time you can. So
Most of the time he can. We
Yeah.
had a lady bring a ring in that her son tried to stretch, and it had diamonds all on top of the ring, and the son just, you can't stretch anything with stones on it, but the son just busted it apart. I mean, it was pretty bad. But John fixed it, and it looked pretty good after he got done with it.
Underneath John Schurz's a big ass. He's super mad. He can fix things. Comes in on his white horse to Calvary and saved the day. Because,
Yeah.
people try to do things on their own. It's like, just take it to John. Let John do it. Because you got that big machine. What's it called? He looks into
The laser.
Yeah, the laser machine. Which is, I love going to watch him work on it because it's really cool. He goes in there and works, and he can look through the viewfinder, and he fixes things in there on this laser machine. It's really neat. So it's all right here at the Jewelers Bench. We'll be there. Of course, we're back with him for year number 8. I love it. And so everything I get jewelry-wise, if I don't get it from Jewelers Bench, I don't get it. So, because they're good. You're good.
We appreciate it.
Oh, I know.
A lot.
I know. We love shopping and promoting the Jewelers Bench. They're good peeps. So get you some lunch. You going back down to the shop?
I am.
Well, take something to
Got
John.
some stuff to catch up on. We're going to close Wednesday through the rest of the week and then reopen on Monday.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Recharge your batteries.
that's right.
Because you guys burned some long hours.
We did.
I know John stayed a lot after hours doing people so they'd have it for Christmas. And I appreciate him doing
Yep,
that.
and he's still catching up. So
Yeah, so everybody's going to take a break and get away and take a big collective.
enjoy some time with family.
Amen. Good for you. Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
You're the
Appreciate
best.
you.
Your hands are cold.
I know, I'm freezing.
Wow.
It's cold outside.
It is cold. But spring's coming, folks. It's right around the corner. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back from Food City. We'll be there on Friday. We're going to be gone tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Ourselves back Friday at Food City and Gray to kick off the new year. Then next week it's full bore. We got basketball games. I've shown her the schedule. Are you going to do the game today? No, it's at 1:30 at Viking Hall. What are you going to do next? You're going to do any more Cyclone basketball games? You saw the schedule, didn't you?
I did.
All the orange.
A
and
lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
You'll
bunch.
be there.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. Lots of T. Duggar, Milligan, and Cyclone basketball. So,
There you go.
yep. We're resting our voice till it starts next week. We are ready to go. Again, this is my little buddy, Sherry Holtzclaw, owner of the Jewelers Bench. Proud to be one of our, have her as one of our sponsors. And it looks like we're 99.9% sure that we're going to hit another 1 million views. In fact, I can pretty well tell you we are. So we're
Wonderful.
for the second consecutive year, the good Lord has allowed me to have people out there to watch it to the tune of 1 million views. So I'm tickled to death about it. It's 2 years running. So some
Should
never
be.
get it. So now we're doing 2 years in a row. So, and because of people like her, she's awesome. Hello, Heather Hopland. That's a new name. Thank you for watching. Rhonda Scalp. I think that's a new name. Thank you for watching. Baker's not a new name, but she said I should have been born in April. Just have Scotty come down and buy some diamonds for you. All you got to do is just bat your eyes. He'll do it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Scotty will do it. So whatever you want, honey. So there you go. So we will take a break. We'll be right back. Thanks for coming by. Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jewelers Bench on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of grocery store chains out there. Why Food City?
You know, Tom, I hope you've got a lot of time because I've got lots of reasons why you need to shop at Food City. Our associates are number one. They're here to serve the community and our customers, and they do a fabulous job taking care of our customers. This is a family-owned company, and it's such a blessing to work for a family-owned company. They truly care about their associates. And we're so involved in the community, Tom. We do so much in all the communities where there is a Food City location. Anytime there's any big events, typically you're going to see that Food City logo. And when you're in the store, Tom, you've got quality items to be able to select from. Talking about the produce, we're picky about our produce. We sell a lot of locally grown items. And right now, Half Runners is what everybody's all about. And then, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the meat department. We have our meat cutters back there every day who cut and grind meat fresh daily. Our meat, beats none other. I mean, it's great products that we sell back there in our meat department, and it's always fresh. And then the food service department, Tom, I love going to the food service department, and no matter what you get, it's always good, it's always fresh, it's always hot. And like our sushi, they roll that fresh daily. And while you're here, Tom, you can always go to Food City Pharmacy and pick up your prescriptions or get a flu shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for flu shots again.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many different reasons why you should shop at Food City, and I could go on and on about our company.
Value every day. Food City. Lisa Johnson from the marketing department. Food City, proud sponsor of Tom Doder Sports Show and the Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Value every day. Food City. Back on the Tom Doder Sports Show, pressed into service.
Last minute. Emergency.
Yeah, a wing job. How you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Did you have a good
You?
Christmas?
I sure did. I hope you
Awesome.
did too.
I
and
did.
you're
Thank
ready
you.
for a prosperous new year.
Absolutely. Spring training, I just had the guys look for me. February 9th, 10th, pitchers and catchers report in the bigs. So,
Short off season.
we're not that far away from baseball, and I can't wait. So, can't wait to Cyclone baseball, although I'm ready. I mean, we're going to have a good run in basketball too, but baseball should be really good this year in Cyclones. So, you look at, you got Kyle Tucker still out there.
Still out there.
Alex Bregman still out there.
Still out there.
Framber Valdez still out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Brian. How you doing, buddy? Glad you're feeling better. You're tougher than a pine knot. You are.
That's saying something.
You're a fighter, buddy. He's been sick, and he's back. Been in the hospital for a while. So, all right, so you got Framber Valdez, Alex Bregman, Kyle Tucker. That's the three big names.
Big names.
Am I leaving?
Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger's still out there.
Will he go
so
back to Yankees?
My guess is yes.
Think he will?
They'll probably try to make a run at Tucker, but if they can't get Tucker, of course Bellinger will be a little cheaper, and Yankee management's already said they want to reduce payroll, so
Yes.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But
they're not like the Dodgers anymore. Dodgers are willing to spend anything, and they've gotten the results.
yeah,
What can you say?
they got world championship trophies.
Yeah,
They've had ticker tape parades because of the money they spent.
that's right.
So, if you come down to Bellinger and Kyle Tucker, if you were Brian Cashman, GM for the Yankees, who would you go get?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. Bellinger had a good year last year. Of course, he had struggled for a couple of years, but maybe the Yankees were just a good fit for him.
Yeah.
And of course, you got that short porch out in right field that helps you a little bit. But Tucker's probably a better long term. But Bellinger, if last year was no fluke, is very suitable.
Yeah.
Very suitable. He's workable. He was outstanding last year.
I kind of looked at this over the weekend. I'm going to get into it hot and heavy here in the next couple of weeks, but it's kind of glancing. Looks like to me the division that made the most, or having the most movement, I guess, or activity, would be the American League East. The Yankees, Red Sox have done a lot to help themselves. The Orioles have done a lot. They went and got Pete Alonso.
They have.
And they just re-signed Zach
Yeah.
Eflin yesterday. So,
Yeah. Well, their struggles have always been pitching.
yes.
And that's where they're still short.
Yeah.
So they've always been able to hit. They score a lot of runs, always have.
But they give
It's
up a
just
lot of
pitching.
runs. Yeah.
But they give up a lot of runs.
Because the defense is or the pitching is a little leaky. But I think that's the division right now, and certainly in the American League. I think it really made a lot of changes.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
Typically, that's where the money is. Now the West, I mean, the Mariners.
That's true.
You know, they stepped up a little bit.
That's true.
The Rangers have shown at least the willingness to spend money. Now, whether they've gotten production out of them in the past, that's a different story. A's have made a couple of moves. I mean, there's money to be spent out there, and I guess it's just who's willing to do it. But I think you're right.
I think the Braves have spent some money too.
They have.
I think that division is going to be good. The Mets are tailed off, certainly, but the Phillies and the Braves have really helped themselves. I think that's going to be a great division.
Well, how much money have the Mets spent and not gotten anywhere?
Yeah.
Not gotten anywhere at all.
Yeah.
So who knows if it's just not good fits that they have over there when they're signing these guys or what? I don't know.
Do you think Soto was a bust last year for the Mets after coming over the Yankees or not?
I'm not sure he was quite as productive as he was with the Yankees. Whether I would call him a bust, not yet.
Yeah.
You know, one year you got to give a little bit of grace there, Tom.
Yeah.
A little bit of grace.
Yeah. Just wondered because he was very productive in New York.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's going to be there a while.
With the Yankees, but now he's with the Mets, and so, yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
He's sewn up for a while. What, 2 or 3 years, isn't it, at least? No, it's longer than that.
No, wasn't it like a 6
year,
8 year or whatever it was? It was a long-term contract.
6 or 8 year contract. Yep, one of the two. You're right. It's more than just a couple of years.
So he's there. I was a little surprised they let Alonso go.
Yeah.
Because he had been a Met for several years and well liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well liked not only in the clubhouse but well liked there in the community. But it's all about the money.
It's a business. It ain't personal. It's business.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
I know you came in to eat. You did not come over to talk, but you came in and made a cameo. A cameo appearance. So he doesn't know this, but we're going to get him on as often as he can come once baseball starts, or at least every couple of weeks.
There you go. We'll keep up with it.
Oh, absolutely. So Leslie is no longer at Sycamore Shoals, but that's their loss because Leslie Broccoli is a great lady and did a great job promoting that organization. But she's had a new change in life, new chapter, and so
she wanted to spend more time with her husband there.
I don't think it's any question.
Exactly what it was.
Well, I don't think it is any question.
No doubt.
Like bees on honey, she's like, boom, I want to be with my man.
Absolutely. Look at her over there.
Look over.
Smiling at me.
Look at her.
Smiling at me. Look at me.
Yeah, look at her over there. Yeah, she wants to be more time with you.
That's exactly
right.
I get it. Well, I mean, who doesn't?
That's exactly right. And so having said that, I'm wasting your time sitting with me. You can be over there with her.
That's right.
But I'm glad you came by.
As fine looking as you are, I think she's got you beat there.
There you go. That's That's how long? How many years?
28.
28 years. That's awesome.
29 coming up next year.
The Broccoli's. It's awesome. Thanks for stopping by. You didn't know you were going to be on there.
That's
Thank
quite
you,
all right. Enjoyed it.
Go over
Happy
there and
New Year to you,
yes,
Tom.
Sir. Go over there and get you something to eat.
We'll do it.
All right. Good man right there, buddy. Randy Broccoli comes by, talk a little baseball with us, and we appreciate that. All right, there's got one game today, one bowl game, the Birmingham Bowl. You got Georgia Southern Appalachian State. Somewhat of an interesting game, given the fact that App State's in Boone, which is not that far away. Then you have tomorrow, you have the Music City Bowl, Tennessee and Illinois. That'll be in Nashville. And so then you get into the big boy football. That would be the quarterfinals, Miami and Ohio State on Wednesday night. Thursday, New Year's Day, the triple header. By the way, the hours here at Chick-fil-A on New Year's Eve will be 6 to 4. New Year's Day, 10:30 to 4. So they're not going to be open regular hours, and they shouldn't. Let them go home, spend time with their family, like they should. And then we will see Texas Tech and Oregon. Game 1. Game 2 will be Indiana and Alabama. And Game 3 will be Georgia and Ole Miss. So there you go. Got some good football games. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Thanks, Randy, stopping by. We've got more for you next on the Tom Daly Sports.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, show number 2417, off tomorrow, off on Wednesday, off on Thursday, back on Friday. It will be at Food City and Gray, and then from there on in, it's hammer time. So it's a new year. Back in full force next week. Holidays be behind us. So, again, Chick-fil-A New Year's Eve, open from 6 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon on Wednesday. Thursday, New Year's Day, 10:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're going home. And
there you go.
I applaud them. They need to go home.
Yeah.
Spend time with their families, too.
That's right.
And if you want something from Chick-fil-A, all you got to do is plan better. You can get something before 4 o'clock on New Year's Eve, before 4 o'clock on New Year's Day. So that's what you need to do. You need to be considerate and let them go home and enjoy time with their family like you're going to enjoy with your family. So it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
All right. So, by the way, I want to ask you to continue to pray for Caitlin Bailey. Went up and saw her. Going to go up again and see her probably this afternoon at the hospital. She's making steps in the right direction, but she is by no means out of the woods yet. So if you're the praying sort, KB's young lady who played basketball and volleyball at Elizabethton, and she's, I get in a lot of details, she's making steps in the right direction, but she needs our prayers. She's not out of the woods yet.
Yeah.
It's about as simple as I can put it. So without going into detail, that doesn't need to be going into detail. Just the Lord knows. Just say a prayer for her.
Sure.
Creed Baker looks like he's going back to the doctor on Wednesday. He broke his ankle playing basketball. So that's never even fun to have a young person break something or tear something. So hopefully he'll get a good report, clean bill of health, and his rehab going back to get him back on the basketball court. I think he plays baseball. I don't know if he does. I know he plays football. He's good. So anyway, say a little prayer for Creed because he's going back to the doc on Wednesday. So did you have a good Christmas?
We did. Had a great Christmas.
Good.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah. Of course, you're now you have an extra person in the house now because your daughter got married.
Yeah, she got married back in early December, and it was different. Good Christmas, just different. And our family, change is just part of life, and the missus is not she doesn't accustom well to change, but it's just,
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and so it was good though. It was good. He's been around our family for a few years now, and so his talking was already there. You know what I mean? So
Gary's day job, by the way, he's the pastor of Fairview Baptist Church. So he married her. So when you told me that a couple of weeks back before the wedding, I thought, how do you hold it together up here? You're just marrying off daddy's little girl.
No, I didn't, but it's okay.
And okay, you answered my question because
that
would be very tough.
It is hard. My buddy Chris Carter, he did the beginning of it.
Yep.
Because it's kind of hard to walk her down the aisle and give her away and then do it all at the same time. So he handled the first part and did a tremendous job. And then once I gave her away, and I took over, and but I had the honor of they allowed me to do their counseling, and that was good for all of us, and so it was there was a lot that went into it, and so then when it was time to do the ceremony, I had my moment, but it was emotionally, but we got through it and everything was fine.
So he did marital counseling with his daughter. So just not just her in general, or specifically, but in general, when you sit down with couples, we'll get into football here in a second, but I'm curious.
This is more important.
Yeah, when you sit down, talk to couples about getting ready to get hitched, what's some of the things you convey to them? Is finances a big deal?
You know, probably the top two things when I have couples that come to me for counseling post-marriage, the two biggest things that couples deal with are communication is number one. Lack of communication and finances are always the top two things that people deal with. And so we certainly dwell on that, and we hit that a lot, and talk about preparation, talk about goals, you know, even financial goals and spiritual goals, and you know, and just family goals. We talk about there's a lot of things we cover. The primary thing that I cover is from a biblical standpoint is helping couples to realize the gift that a spouse is to the other person.
Amen.
And you know, when you have something that you cherish, you know, you take care of it. Whether it's you show it off, or you clean it, or you know, you manage it. You go extra steps to make sure that it's secured. And that's no different in marriage. When we realize that a spouse is God's gift to us, that He's entrusted us with, because. So the other thing that kind of works with that is helping couples understand how sacred marriage is. That it's truly the relationship. It's the mirrored relationship between Jesus and His church, and we find that in Ephesians and Colossians 2 and other places. And so when you begin to understand that God values marriage from the standpoint of a husband and a wife loving each other sacrificially as Christ loves the church, that's a big deal.
Yep.
And so I always tell people when we learn to grasp the spiritual side of things, there's nothing in this world that can tear a marriage apart. And I believe that. I really do. And so we deal with communication, we deal with you know, how to work through arguments, and how to budget, and how to plan, and setting goals, and we do talk about all those things. But the most important factor has to be is how we view our understanding God's view of marriage, and us grasping that view of marriage, and you know, and that's the primary responsibility.
So it's not to ask, because that's his day job. He does marital counseling, and I thought I've never asked him that. So
yeah,
and I appreciate your little 30-second or 2-minute concise marital counseling. So there you go.
Well, marriage is a very important thing to me, and you know,
as it should be. Yeah.
And so understanding just how sacred it is. It's you know, I could talk about it all day.
Well, we're in a throwaway society, and unfortunately, that's become the case with marriage. Well, if you don't like it, we'll just throw it away and go get another one.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign that it wasn't gone into correctly.
Yep.
So
I'm writing these down because I'll forget them. So
yeah.
First one out. Well, let's start with the Music City. We're talking a little sports. That's why he's here, but I did want to get his take on that, and I appreciate him being his forthrightness. So tomorrow, Tennessee and Illinois, the Music City Bowl. Both quarterbacks going to try to make a good name for themselves. They're going on to the NFL draft. I think it's Altmaier for Illinois and Aguilar for the Tennessee Volunteers. What's your take on that game? What do you think? It's going to be Music City Bowl in Nashville. Who wins?
I think Tennessee wins that one. I mean, they, you know, Tennessee, it just seemed like they couldn't put together a full team both sides of the ball season long. But I think still with what they got, I think they're a better team than Illinois. I think even their lack of defense, I think, is that's been proven all year long. I still think they're going to be strong enough to handle an Illinois team who's very talented. They're a talented team, but I do think that fast-paced offense that Tennessee runs, when teams have never faced it, it kind of catches them off guard. You know, so
up tempo.
Yeah, that up tempo offense is tough to deal with.
So that's coming up tomorrow, the Music City Bowl in Nashville. Wednesday night, the first of the Big Four, if you will, the college football playoffs, Miami and Ohio State, the Cotton Bowl in Texas. You like the Buckeyes, like the Hurricanes?
I like Ohio State, but I do think this is going to be a closer game than what people realize. Miami, and Tom, we talked about this last week. Miami at the beginning of this season, to me, was one of the most impressive teams that I saw play. And, they got upset early, pretty early in the season. And it just seemed like they couldn't rebound from that. But I still think they're very athletic, a very good team. And, and so I think they're going to give Ohio State all they want. I really do. But I do like Ohio State in this game.
I'm not a Miami fan, but when you
Not either.
When you go into Texas A&M and beat them like they beat them, and they shut down that offense, or Mike
Yes.
Elko's deep offense.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive to go to College Station, Kyle Field, which was nuts, and to beat them over there and hold them down like they held them defensively. That was
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm hearing, Ohio State's not played anybody. They've had Indiana and Michigan the rest of the Big Ten schedule. Okay, you played Texas first game of the year, but that was not a true Texas team. They got better as the year went on. So
right.
So strength of schedule, who gets that nod?
Well,
you go Miami or the ACC or the Big Ten?
Well,
or
there
Ohio
again,
State?
I mean, who's Miami played?
Yeah.
I mean, ACC's down.
Good point.
Who have they played? But what I will point out, and this is what I told you when I first sat down with you, I was looking over just some national statistics today, and for those that don't think defense is important, in the top 10 scoring defenses across America, 6 of the top 10 are still left to play in the college football playoffs.
Wow.
And in this game in particular, what this shows me is speed of defense, because you've got number 1 in Ohio State in scoring defense, and then you've got Miami at number 4 in scoring defense. So both get after you on defense. And they're very quick, very athletic defensively, which means with the scoring defense, that means they're going to be big up front, being able to force turnovers, but also quick in the defensive backfield, being able to knock balls down and ultimately, pick six, and so.
So what wins championships for you, Coach? Would that be defense or offense?
I don't think it's any question.
Defense.
Defense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same in baseball. Good pitching will shut down good hitting all day long.
Absolutely, it will.
And in basketball, the teams that win the NBA or the college championships, more times than not, are the teams that have that clamp down defense. So defensively speaking, Miami is loaded. Ohio State's got a pretty good defense too. It should be a great game. That's New Year's Eve. Now, New Year's Day, you got the triple header. First one is Texas Tech and Oregon. Something tells me about the Red Raiders. This is a team you got to watch. And so I'm picking Texas Tech to beat Oregon. Who say you?
I took Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those games that we were different on. We differed on last week. I like Oregon because, there again, I was complaining about their lack of defense last week, but they're ranked now. Now Texas Tech is 3rd in defensive scoring. Oregon's surprisingly 10th, and so they're in the top 10 in the country in scoring defense. So there again, I think Texas Tech is better defensively. I don't know that they're that much better offensively, but this again could be it could be a more defensive game than what we are anticipating.
Well, since we disagreed, and in this country, if you disagree now, you can't like each other, so I'm mad.
Yeah.
You're going with Oregon, I'm going Texas Tech, so.
Well, I'll just go eat then.
I'll just go with you. The heck with this. Is that not absurd how crazy we've got in this country?
Unbelievable.
It's if we can't sit down and say, you took Texas Tech or Oregon, I'm taking Texas Tech. Now, I've seen people just get up and just get into a snit. Well, you disagree with me, then, you're this, and then we start labeling people. So
oh, yeah.
It's America, and I picked Texas Tech. He took Oregon.
Yeah.
Train rolls on.
Yeah.
So one of them's going to be right. One of them's going to come back here next Monday and go, nah.
Yeah, told you so. Yeah, that's right.
The second game's Indiana-Alabama. What do you think about that one?
I'm taking Indiana just out of respect.
I am too.
I think Alabama's playing their best ball this season, though, and Indiana better watch out. I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I think there again.
Who have you played?
I think defensively, they're going to face Indiana's going to face the defense they haven't faced all year long, outside of maybe Ohio State's defensive backfield. But up front, I don't think they faced a team as strong as what Alabama will be up front. And then you've got Simpson, who, in my opinion, has emerged now as a top 5 quarterback in the nation. And so, and his receivers, lights out. They're unbelievable.
Oh, Jeremy's pretty good, isn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so, I'm out of pure respect for Indiana's season and how they handled a really good Ohio State team. I'm giving the slight nod to Indiana, but I really think Alabama could come out of this one. I really do.
So I can't decide. I told you I took Indiana, but I always go back to strength of schedule. Who have you played?
I'm the same way.
Alabama's schedule.
There's
anybody in the SEC schedule.
Everything in me tells me to pick Alabama,
Yeah.
but just out of respect for Indiana's season, and I do think, as good as Simpson's playing, I think Mendoza's already there. I think he's proven all he can prove as a college quarterback. He is elite, and he's smart. You know, a smart quarterback manages a game well, and I think that could be a factor as well.
Well, it always comes back down to the same thing. Who wins the battle in the trenches.
Yeah.
So if Alabama gives Simpson time to throw, look out. If Indiana gives Mendoza a chance to get back there, the Heisman Trophy guy, and can't rattle his cage, let him get settled in, then look out Indiana.
Yeah.
So
there again, it's going to expose, is Alabama's weak defensive backfield that they've had the last couple years. Is he going to expose some openings there? And if so, it could be a long day for Alabama, because he runs a quick offense too.
Yeah.
They get up and down the field quickly, and so we'll see. If they're not prepared well, it could not go very well at all for Alabama. But if they are prepared for them, then and I'm speaking prepared, I mean their defensive backs. If they're prepared for this game, that Alabama could pull away with this one, I really think.
Kurt Cignetti's a pretty good coach in Indiana, to say the least.
Great coach.
Hello, Barbara Ballard. Thank you for watching. Sandra Perkins, Rhonda Scalp, thank you all for watching. Patsy Lyons, Debbie Blair, that's a brand new name, thank you. Let's see, get one more. We still have Jim Porgy. Who else? Steve Shipley down in Middle Tennessee. Jimmy Stout down in Atlanta watching, thank you. Of course, the last one, Georgia and Ole Miss, a rematch of the regular season game. Bulldogs and the Mississippi Ole Miss Rebels.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin's old news now. They got Pete Golding coaching the team now.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Georgia. Who wins that one?
Well, you and I differed on this last week, unless you've changed. I'm going Georgia.
Oh, I'm going Georgia too. Yeah.
Oh, you're going Georgia?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go. We're both doing Georgia.
Yeah.
What did we say? I'm going Texas Tech. You're going Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Miami. You're going Ohio State.
Yeah, maybe that was one we differed on then.
We did.
Yeah, there was two. Yeah.
Indiana and Alabama. You're taking Indiana, and I can't decide. I have to make a decision before you leave. I'm still waffling on that one. But, I'm going to go Alabama just because of the SEC, but I'm not impressed with the board. So.
Well, yeah, that's exactly.
But anyway, back to Georgia and Ole Miss.
Yeah, so you've got the number 4 scoring offense in America, and Ole Miss, or actually ranked 10th. They're number 10 in scoring efficiency in America, and putting over nearly 40 points a game in a tough conference. But. Kirby has a way of preparing his teams for big games, and I think Georgia just handles them in this one. Again, not going to be a blowout either way, I don't think, but it's going to be a good old-fashioned SEC slobber knocker, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we sit here and we complain, and I'm probably the worst at complaining about college football playoffs, and I do complain that teams like Vanderbilt should have gotten in. They should have been in. But here we are in just the second round of these playoffs, and we can't pick. So something's right, in a way.
So I'm going the winners will be Miami, Texas Tech, Alabama, and Georgia. You're going with Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, and Georgia.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah.
And by this time next Monday, we'll know all about it. Who's moving on, who's not. Everybody knows it's single elimination.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, let's switch gears. SEC basketball starts this weekend.
Mm.
There ain't a cream puff in the bunch, I'm telling you.
I mean, Vanderbilt's undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the Saturday schedule. Your boys, Kentucky goes to 14th ranked Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good start there
Yeah.
for the Wildcats. Georgia, 23rd in the country. This week's new polls come out today.
Yeah.
Or later today. But right now, 23rd ranked Georgia will have Auburn at home.
Yeah.
11th ranked Vanderbilt goes to South Carolina. The top 25 matchup, Tennessee 19th will be at number 18, Arkansas. John Calipari's got them playing really well.
I hate to admit it, they're probably the third best team I've seen play this year.
They can play.
Yeah, they can play.
Ole Miss will be at Oklahoma. Texas A&M will be home to LSU. On Saturday, Texas will host Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
And number 22, Florida, where they were national
They're
runner-ups,
tough.
weren't they?
National champions.
National champions,
Yeah.
yep. Florida will be at Missouri.
Yeah.
So, and Florida's 22nd in the country right now. Tells you the
Yeah.
parity in college basketball.
Yeah, the SEC is absolutely loaded. A team that can escape the SEC this year with less than 5 or 6 losses have done something.
Mhm.
It's these teams are so good, and they're all big, they're all quick, they all can score. It's an elite basketball conference, and going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a great SEC tournament. Of course, I'm always pulling for my guys, but boy, that tournament just keeps getting better and better and better, and we'll see. You've got we haven't even really talked about LSU. LSU's 11-1 on the year. You've got Missouri 10-3. You've got Georgia 11-1. Of course, they're top 25. But then you've got Vanderbilt 12-0. I mean, who would have thought at this point in the season you have an undefeated Vanderbilt team? And so, your elite schools are down in the middle bottom half of the rankings currently. Of course, it's a lot of strength of schedule. These Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida they play tough pre-conference schedules, and so you're going to have a few losses, and so these teams are 8-3, 9-3. So it's not like they're in the cellar, but they're.
What's all who you play?
Yeah, it's all about who you play, and all of for instance, my guys, Kentucky, all of our losses are top 25 losses, and high top 25 losses, and so. And I think the same can be said for Tennessee as well. I think their losses are, for the most part, or maybe all, top 25 losses. And so, teams start emerging mid to late January as who's really going to kind of stand out, who's going to get hot at the right time, and that starts to emerge mid to late January. But it's just going to be fun to watch. To me, there's nothing like those Saturday afternoon. Of course, it used to be. Was it? I can't remember the company that broadcast it, but those Saturday afternoon
Jefferson Pilot.
Jefferson Pilot. Jefferson Pilot.
Oh yeah.
Saturday afternoon, games, and those home teams are raucous and ready to go, and you get these kids that walk into these arenas and they look like deer in headlights, and it's just fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, and SEC is going to be really, really tough out when it comes to March as well. And so, Vanderbilt keeps playing the way they do, and Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Florida, the teams that you would expect to make a tournament. At what point do they have to cut it off again? For teams making it into the dance, and so. You may be looking 9-10 teams or better making it into the NCAA tournament from SEC this year, so, or maybe more. We'll see.
You got 6 of them ranked this week, and the new polls come out today. Alabama, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Florida are all ranked in the top 25. So and the rest of them are, again, there's no cream. To me, there's no cream puffs in the SEC this year.
There's not. No,
on the old adage, on any given night, which is true. So.
Yeah.
So Saturday, the Vols go to Arkansas right out of the chute at 3:00. Kentucky goes to Alabama. Auburn and Georgia. Auburn's got the new coach, Bruce Pearl's son. They're playing very well.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's 23rd in the country. As you said, Vandy's undefeated. They'll be in Columbia to battle South Carolina. Oklahoma and Ole Miss in Oklahoma. Texas A&M hosting LSU. LSU is what, 11-1, is that right?
Yeah, they're very good.
Mississippi State at Texas. Longhorns have a pretty good team, to say the least. And the national champion, the Florida Gators, open things up in Missouri. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, Missouri's 10-3. They're 9-0 at home. Hosting
there you go.
hosting a good Florida team. So should be a dandy. The Kentucky game. Of course, I'm true blue blood, and they're going into a really good Alabama squad, and to play a really good Alabama squad who if they're hitting their threes, I'm not sure anybody in America can beat them. But if they're not, we can play with them. Kentucky's a terrible three-point perimeter defend. They're terrible at defending the three and defending the perimeter. So we'll see. Tennessee at Arkansas, as I said, I hate like crazy to give him any credit. I really do. But Calipari has got a loaded bunch, and it's really a carryover. They got hot at the end of the season last year, if you recall, and made a deep run. And so Tennessee's going to have more than their hands full when it comes to Arkansas. Arkansas is going to be they play rough at home. They're very athletic. Of course, Tennessee, the roughness never bothers Tennessee. They're a physical team. But Tennessee going into Arkansas is going to be a tough match for that first game of conference play.
Glad you came by.
Yeah, me too. It's always good to be here.
Yep. Enjoy lunch.
Yeah, we'll do.
And we're going to do the same here in a minute. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap things up right after this break. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Again, the hours, New Year's Eve, 6 to 4. New Year's Day, 10:30 to 4. So they're going to close at 4 o'clock on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and they should. Go home and spend time with their families, too. Quick break. We'll be right back right after this from Ford of Elizabeth and our title sponsor on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Ford of Elizabeth and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event. And we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community. We loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how could we improve the community, how could we create jobs, how could we improve the business. And the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:37 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open till 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Close out. So the obvious question, a lot of places out there you can shop. Why do we want to come to Big John's Closeouts?
Well, Big John's Closeouts, I go all the way back to Patty Lumber Company in 1977. So you can do the math and know that I'm just about as old as the dinosaurs were that used to travel this area. But we've got a lot of people that have been here for numerous years. Mm-hmm. Travis, Jeff, Danny, a lot of our sales force have got way over a decade of being with me in this business. They're knowledgeable of the business. If they don't, they know where to go to get the answers. They want to wait on you. They don't want to run or get on their phone and run away from you. They want to be here to help answer your questions, but not only that, to take you around, show you items. But we don't want to hound you. We realize a lot of times people want to come in, they just want to look. They're looking for vanities or vanity tops or windows or doors, and they want a little bit of time to go and look. And we want people to understand we're not going to stand right there on you just hounding you. or ask you 15 times, can we help you? Because that gets old. But we want you to know that our guys want to wait on you. If you've got a question, come back up to the cube up front. Say, hey, can I get a little help back here? Most of the time, that's what we tell you when you go back there to look. If you have some questions, come back up. We'll go with you. We'll answer your questions. We'll do whatever. It's all local people. You go to church with them. You shop with them. They're putting their money back in this community. Big John supports our local sports programs all the way from Cloudland to Unaka to Happy Valley to Hampton to Elizabeth, and the whole thing we support with not just banners on the field or banners in the gymnasium, but taking out yearbook ads, having support, some of the minor little league teams and stuff of that nature. We're going to be buying the mulch again for the football program and getting it unloaded down there, and our guys will go down there. We'll unload the trucks, make sure it's where the school wants it to help promote that, and just we're involved in helping with the baseball promotion, giving items for that. And not only that, but behind the scenes a little bit, we try to help various other charities that we don't really broadcast a whole lot about, but behind the scenes we're working with them, trying to help them meet some of their needs for summer food programs or a ramp that needs to be built for a handicapped veteran or someone else in the community. So we try to give back. We're a part of this community. This is where I've lived all my life, and this is the place I love.
That's all you got to hear, folks. It solves it right there. Stops. Very simple. Be loyal, buy local, and support the local businesses. You just heard why, because they give back to the community on a daily basis here at Big John's Closeouts in Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, before we get out of here, again, breaking news, kind of sort of breaking news. Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman says no to the NFL. Apparently there were some coaches or some teams and franchises were courting him to come be an NFL coach. He said no, and he got his contract restructured, so they got him a pay raise in the process. So Marcus Freeman staying put as the football coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So we'll be back with you on Friday from Food City, where we'll take tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday off for the holidays and come back Friday ready to roll at Food City in Gray. We have a doubleheader in basketball Friday night. We'll be at Unicoi County. Again, guys and girls. Hello, Lexi Moore. How you doing? And then on Saturday, got a doubleheader. We got Milligan. So this is the calm before the storm for us. We got a lot of basketball coming up in January and February before we switch to baseball. But so it's going to be fun. Can't wait. So as a result of that, and of course they're playing at 1:30. They're on the court in 30 minutes. We're talking about the Cyclones. Playing Calvary Christian out of Louisiana, out of Shreveport, is the team they're playing today. So we will rejoin you on Friday for the Tom Daly Sports Show, number 2418. We'll be with a brand new year starting up. We'll be at Food City in Gray to kick off the weekend. And then Friday night, we got Cyclones at Unicoi County in a doubleheader, audio and video from Unicoi County High. Then on Saturday, a doubleheader, the Lady Buffs, number one in the league right now, they'll take on Bernal, Georgia at 2 o'clock. We'll go in there at 1:45. Then the men will play Carolina out of North Carolina from Winston-Salem. It's not the Tar Heels. It's Carolina I think they're from Winston-Salem, and we'll have that. So it's a doubleheader coming up on Saturday. Milligan basketball from Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. So let's give you the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man hung on the cross before we get out of here. And let's see what the verse would be today. Here it is. Psalms 25:4-5 says, "Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long." It's a good one. Psalms 25:4-5, the verses of the day. Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. Good way to end it. Psalms 25:4-5. Back with you on Friday from Food City in Gray. Thanks to our guest today, Gary Rowe, talking SEC sports, obviously. Let's see. Axel Steins got his wires crossed, and so he had to leave sooner than he thought. We were having him on the show, but he's on his way to the basketball gym at Viking Hall. So, but we'll say thanks to him because he was here and got his wires crossed when he had to leave. Andrew DeMoss came by, Northeast Community Credit Union. Sherry Holtzclaw from the Jewelers Bench. Randy Broccoli happened to be over here eating lunch with Leslie and said, put him on, pop him, talk a little baseball. So think I got them all. And Gary Rowe, of course, wrapping things up. Appreciate him as always. So we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. If you don't have plans for New Year's Eve, we're going to have our New Year's Eve service at the church house. We'll have communion to kick off the new year. Thinking Lord's Supper on New Year's Eve. Oh, you know, I don't even know when it is. That's awful. Because I was at Double Springs yesterday, and I don't remember what he said when. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. See when we're having the Lord's Supper. Here it is. Let's see what we got here. See if they tell me when it is. Let's see. Upcoming events. That would be probably where it would be, I hope. Nope. It's not on here. Unless I'm not seeing it. Let's go back here. Let's hit this. Maybe it'll tell us. I know it's on New Year's Eve. I just don't know what time. There's the candlelight service. That's not what I want. I don't know. No sense going down through here trying to figure it out. So I have it in my bulletin, but my bulletin's out in my car. That don't do me any good. Nope. Let's try one more spot. Nope. I know we're having and I apologize. I know we're having a New Year's Eve service for the Lord's Supper. I want to say 6 or 7 o'clock. Well, typically we have 7 o'clock. I'm going to go with that. We typically have our Wednesday night service at 7, so I'm going to go with that. I know the Christmas Eve service was earlier, but that was a little bit different than candlelight. So we're going to go with 7 o'clock on Wednesday night with New Year's Eve service, again, having the Lord's Supper. So, and if it changes, I'll put out a text here on my Facebook page on my show. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for watching. We'll come back and rejoin you again on Friday. So Gary says go Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, and Georgia. Tom says go Miami, Texas Tech, Alabama, and Georgia. So we'll see. See if the SEC is as good as we think they are. Because you got 3 teams in the SEC still playing. Red Raiders not in the SEC. Got 2 teams still playing. The Alabama Crimson Tide, the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Ole Miss Rebels. You got 3 still playing. But I think Ole Miss is going to get beat. So anyway, that's what we got. We will see. Come Friday, the dust will clear, and we'll be ready to talk about what would be then, at that point, the semifinals of the college football playoffs. Until then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2417. One more time, the New Year's Eve hours here on New Year's Eve, 6 to 4. New Year's Day, 10:30 to 4, here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And the other Chick-fil-A's will have different hours, but Chick-fil-A hours here, 6 to 4 on New Year's Eve, and on 10:30 to 4 on New Year's Day. See you back here on Friday. Have a great New Year. See you then. Thanks for watching the show. And as always, as Mama used to say, bloom where you planted. And I'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the Tom